Hey, stop suppressing your art. You watching this right now, stop it. It's not good. Don't do it anymore. Stop. You. I am DG the Artist. Welcome back to yet another episode of Road to J. Cole Feature, the series where I sometimes pretend to be a philosopher, but always pretend to be a rapper. We do a little self-deprecation here, but I'm actually a rapper. Like, this is literally my full-time job. I am a rapper, for real. This week, I feel like yapping about my sort of philosophy about being creative because it's kind of made itself apparent in the past week. So let's talk about it. So I used to work as a software developer at Twitch, and when I was there, I found that I couldn't devote as much time as I wanted to my art, my creative side, because I was working a full-time job. You, watching this video, I don't know what you do, if you make music, if you dance, if you're a magician, a comedian, an arborist, I don't know what that is. You probably sometimes feel like you wish you had more time to do that thing that you love to do. And I am here to tell you that even when you do the thing that you love full-time, you still want more time to do the thing that you love. Wow. Who could have seen that coming? Now that I'm doing music full-time, there's a lot that comes with that beyond just being in the studio all day making music. Maybe if you're like Travis Scott, you can actually just pull up to the studio for hours and hours a day and that's all you do. But I don't think that's true. I think Travis Scott is always worried about what's the next brand deal, what's the next major concert I'm going to be doing. Like, I feel like he's probably got a lot going on in his mind that's beyond the music. And although I am not Travis Scott, the same is true for me. There's a lot of time that I'm spending nowadays as a full-time artist not really making art. If you've kept up with the last few episodes, you know that I finished my EP a few weeks back, and I've just been like really ramping up for the release on the 26th, which if you're watching this after the 26th, go listen to the EP. Like, stop watching this video and go check out the music, because it's way better than whatever you're going to be watching for the next 5 minutes. But see, I did it right there. I'm in promo mode. I'm promoting stuff. That's where I'm at right now. I'm just like, I feel this need to be pushing this music on people. And that is not actually being creative. That's just saying, hey, I did something creative and now you should enjoy it. There's no creativity there. That said, this is not a video to complain about my situation. This is a video to show you that no matter what situation you're in, you still have to choose to make time to be a creative person. And this week I've been choosing that and it's been beautiful and I want to tell you about it. I had a concert on Sunday. The concert was really fucking cool, man. It was great. We had 4 performers on stage. They all did awesome. I was one of them, so I am including myself in that. I'm not gonna lie, I think I did pretty awesome. But something happened at that concert that prompted me to take some extra time out of my busy week this week and go away from the EP promo, but just make a song instead. I can't decide how much I want to say about what happened at the concert. Screw it. I got a DM from somebody who I know personally, and it was a not very friendly DM. This is someone who I haven't spoken to in years, but when I did speak to them more regularly, it was always a good relationship. I would consider them a friend. And they had a lot of choice words about how they definitely do not support me doing rap full-time. I opened those messages right before I went on stage, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of fucked me up a little bit because, I saw a notification from somebody who has a positive association in my mind. It's not like some random troll or somebody in my life who I don't like or who I've never enjoyed interacting with. It was somebody who I have a generally positive impression of. And so I opened the messages and I was like, this is not at all what I expected to see after not talking to this person for years. I proceeded to leave them on red, which I still have to this day because that's just not worth my time. I'm sorry they feel that way, but I can't care about that, which is the reason I was a little worried to bring this up in this video, because they very well might be watching this video and this might be the first time they're even getting an acknowledgement that I read their messages, and I don't want to cause drama here, That said, it's an important part of the rest of the story. So after I read those messages, it was kind of getting in my head a little bit. I still had a great time on stage, and after I got off stage, I was hanging out with my friends outside, and it was a beautiful day, and my friends really helped me feel better about the situation too. I told them about it because it kind of hurts to hear from somebody after so long and it's not a positive thing or even a neutral thing, it's like a negative thing, but my friends helped me through it and I proceeded to have an excellent night. The next day, it was still kind of in my head a little bit because it was just so unexpected. And so I started writing a song, and I spent a lot of time that Monday just writing. Going back to the theme of the video about suppressing your art, there were like multiple times during this writing session that I could have just like stopped and gone back to promoting my EP or other like logistical stuff that I have to do now. But I specifically took the time out of my day to do this because I had to. I had to get this off my chest. I had to write a song. And it felt so good. I wrote most of the song on Monday, and then Tuesday I woke up and I like finished the second verse, got in the studio and recorded it. And man, I made this beautiful song. It's called Thought We Were Friends. It's just like 2.5 minutes of straight raps about how I thought we were friends, which is just like a concept that feels very songable, and I had to get it out. And now I'm reaping the rewards of that for the rest of the week. I am the type of person where when I make a new song, it's the only thing I'm listening to for the next probably weeks. It's like my main thing that's on in my headphones is my new song. I just keep putting it on loop. It finishes and then I'm like, I need to hear that again. And man, this song came out so great that I'm really relating to something that J. Cole said recently where I feel like my favorite rapper right now. Like when I listen to this song, it's like, damn, I really got something from inside the heart that really works for me and just sounds great in my ears and just feels good to listen to. And so, through taking the time to really process my feelings, write out those lyrics, get in the studio and be creative, I was able to turn this overly negative experience into like the best part of my week, which is that I have a new great song that I'm listening to all the time. Sorry, pause for 1 second. Hello, it's DG's Unpaid Editor. This song is available now for channel members only. It's a demo, unmastered version of the song. I'm probably going to release it at some point months down the line, but I wanted it to be available right now because I just yapped so much about it. So if you join the channel, you can help pay the Unpaid Editor and get some cool perks. Thanks. Okay, back to the video. Creativity is a beautiful thing, and I know you have it in you. If you're watching this video, I feel like you're probably the type of person who's also creative in some way, shape, or form. Let yourself explore that. Be creative. Process those feelings and make it into beautiful art, and share it with the world if you want to, or keep it to yourself if you'd rather do that. But it's going to be worth it. And even if you quit your job to pursue your passion of being a creative person, you still need to force yourself to take the time out of your day to be creative. It's not just going to happen because now you have more free time. Because fun fact, I don't feel like I have much more free time now that I'm a full-time rapper. I feel like I'm actually just pouring all my free time into the music thing. And yeah, it's great. I love it. It's what I've been dreaming of. But it's not like all of a sudden I'm wasting my days away just sitting in the corner thinking about nothing. Like I'm very busy, more so than before. Some other things I was busy with this week that aren't particularly creative. My CDs came in this week and they sound great. I tested them out, really excited about those. I got my stickers too that I'm really excited about. Wait, let me show you. Look at this. We got the I Don't Want Potential sticker right here. I love the shape of it. I love the colors on it. It's really fun. And we got the You Deserve the World stickers right here. I'm going to be selling these at my upcoming shows. So if you want to pull up to a show in DC or Raleigh, that's where my next couple shows are. So maybe I'll see you there. I also spent a goddamn super duper mega long amount of time on the Make It Make Sense music video that I filmed last week. And it's coming out so good. I was like a little nervous after we filmed that maybe we didn't have enough footage because I wasn't the one behind the camera, obviously. So I never really know like how much good footage there is. But holy shit, man. Risk, my videographer for the day, and also just great friend of mine, absolutely killed that shit. It was incredible. And yeah, I'm really excited for this video. It's like almost done at this point, actually. Like I have a watchable version of it. I just need to do a little bit of color correction and maybe like swap out a couple shots here and there. But all in all, it's looking great. That actually is a fun, creative part of the job. It's not making music, which is, at the end of the day, my absolute favorite thing to do, but it's still making something that's directly related to the music in a video. And so, yeah, it was really fun. I enjoy that. I don't have anything to share about my stats for this week. Normally I show my stats for YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify, but I think what I'm going to do from here on out in the future is I'll just show the stats when something interesting happens. This week, nothing interesting happened. But, maybe after the EP drops, we'll have some really interesting figures about how Spotify's doing or whatever, something like that. So I'll probably start sharing the stats again, like next episode, but not today. Meanwhile, I spent just as long talking about how I'm not going to share share the stats than I usually spend talking about the stats. Anyway, moving on to this week's shout out. This week's shout out goes to my man JDHD. JDHD is an incredible rapper from the DC area who I've met at the open mic nights I go to, and he's going to be performing with me at my EP release party on the 26th. Oh my god, y'all, he's so talented. I really relate to him because his music just really feels like it comes from the heart. Like, he's really talking about his personal experiences in his music, and I love hearing other artists who do that. One of the coolest things about going to open mic nights is that over time you can really see someone's growth, and I'm pretty sure I was there the first time JDHD pulled up to that open mic night, and I saw him perform for the very first time, and he was already good back then, but he's just taken his performances to another level since then. Like, his stage presence is undeniable. His breath control is something that I wish I had. And people like compliment me for my breath control, but dude, listen to JDHD. It's crazy how long he can rap and never miss a word. It's so impressive. JDHD is dropping his album the same day that I'm dropping my EP, so make sure to check it out. Give it a listen after you listen to mine, or maybe even before you listen to mine. Up to you. And that's about it for this episode of Road to J. Cole Feature. I hope this video meant something to you. If it didn't, it meant something to me to get it all off my chest. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.